Hello, YouTube. It's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we are talking 90 Day Fiancé Season 11, Episode 9. How deep is your love? How deep is your love? So yeah, we're just gonna get on into it. It was an okay episode, I guess. First couple I want to talk is Sarper and Shekinah. So last week, as we know, Shekinah met up with her daughter Sophie. And the whole we all know Shekinah's family is iffy about Sarper, because when we first met Sarper and Shekinah, they were arrogant and nobody got along. Like, Sarper has come a long way from his first season, a couple years ago and stuff. So things are a little bit more, he's a little bit more mature now. So this episode, Sophie meets up with Sarper and Shekinah, and they go like on this boat ride to watch whales or something. And they get on the boat, and immediately Sophie and Sarper both got seasick. Like they're puking and everything, and everything, and then they decided to go out on they decided to go out like far out on the boat, and a big wave hit them and got them all wet and cold and stuff. So once they get back on land and stuff, Sarper's just like hugging the ground and just like, oh my god, land. Sophie said that Sophie and Sarper have a conversation, and they talked about what happened when Shekinah's sister came to Turkey to meet him. And Sophie feels like she wants him to make a good impression on the whole family. They have their doubts and everything. Sarper said he'll do his best. And prior to them going, you know, Sarper likes to do like some kind of like random like monologue about himself or things whenever he has to do something important and everything. He just be talking just so like random stuff up his ass, and it's just like Shekinah was just like, okay, that's enough. Like I like that you're funny, but let's be serious right now. So I thought his little like monologue before meeting Sophie was just, I don't know, it felt really theatrical in my opinion. So yeah, but yeah, that was funny. So yeah, like Sophie also said that like she's not going to give her a full blessing or a full opinion right now. It's just that she said she needs to spend more time with them, and he said that's fair enough. He said that's fair enough, but everything is on me, me, me. Like I got to make a good impression. I got to do everything. I'm like, well, yeah, dude. Like you didn't have a good first impression when you and Shekinah first started dating, and how arrogant you were with that. So yeah, you got a lot of improving to do. So yeah. So that was Sarper and Shekinah. Next couple I want to talk is, and I keep them brief, is Sean and Leah. So they meet up with one of with Sean's friends again, and they talk about. Sean actually made mention that he wishes that like they didn't do the K1 process. He wishes that she was just in America with all of this, or him in another country without all of this, so they don't have to rush their wedding. It seems like Sean really doesn't want to marry Aaliyah. He I don't know. Something's just he's just really off. And on top of that, his kids don't even know he's getting married. Like, because his friend had asked, "So, what do your kids think about this?" And he was like, "Well, my kids don't know," and everything. So, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know. He's just playing games. I feel like, and he is really hurting Aaliyah, and I really don't like that. I really don't like that at all. So yeah, that's why I keep them brief. I'm sorry, y'all. I keep them really brief. Moving on. Next couple I'm going to talk is Stevie and Maddie. So Stevie and Maddie, they go to this like glass blowing. They go to this glass blowing class basically, and they showed how to like do glass blowing and stuff and everything. And Stevie said that Maddie is really he's a really germophobic, so he doesn't know like like didn't really want to touch some things where, or even put his mouth on things that he doesn't know where they've been and stuff and everything. He was really quiet there, and we seen Stevie have a conversation with her friend. They talked about like his like homesickness and everything, like saying that what's going on with Maddie, like it's like he's really homesick, and like he wants to go back, and like I don't know if he's really like he's here for the right reason and everything and all that. And then we see Maddie talk to, must be that other friend's husband, and said like, look, you're adjusting, but she's also adjusting too. This is the person that she's going to spend the rest of her life with. And so like, like as husbands, we need to be there for our wives basically and everything. Which is true. I liked how that guy just like really like calmed him down basically with that. So later, Maddie and Stevie's father, remember who bleeds red, white, and blue, they go to a monster truck show. And of course, monster truck shows are not common in Iran. so so this is the first time like Maddie has been somewhere like this. He gets to the monster truck show. It is loud and everything. They see people. And then here's the funny part. They get ready to do the, okay, we heard the PA announcer say, everybody please stand and get ready to hear the best song in America. Now, I am not sure why he would say that. And that song just happened to be the Star Spangled Banner, our national anthem. And so Maddie was standing up. He was like, why are these people like cheering for this song and like and everything? So he tapped Stevie's dad, and he's like, well, this is our national anthem. It's the Star Spangled Banner. They play it at every sporting event here. And and Maddie said that when the American U.S. team is over in Iran, I guess that's the only time like we hear it, but any other times we just don't hear it and everything. So it's just like he is really like he is really like culture shock and everything, because even like but I also thought the national like every other place had a national anthem that they play like at every sporting event. like like I thought most other countries have a national anthem as well. So like so I don't know what he was really thinking in that moment. But my thing was, why did the PA announcer say like it's supposed to be when you're at a sporting event, the words are everybody please rise, gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Not everybody please stand up to hear the greatest song in America. Like where in the world did that come from? Was that a coincidence? I don't know that it was restricted, was scripted or not, but that was just a weird coincidence because they don't say it like that. They always just everybody just say everybody please rise, gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. So I don't know what all that was about. So anyway, after the monster truck show, Maddie had asked Stevie's dad to that he wanted to repropose to Stevie to prove that he's really here for the right reasons and everything, and he wanted his blessing because that is what they would do in Iran and so forth, and I believe that's here too. And the dad was kind of questioning it a little bit because he was just like, well, just a few days ago you just were talking about going home and everything. So if you're not here for the right reasons, then I'm not going to walk Stevie down the aisle. And he pulled out the ring that he got in Turkey and stuff and everything. He said it looked nice and everything and whatever. And basically he seems like he's okay, but still not giving I'm not falling for it basically. Right, at least right now basically. I just need a little bit more time. So fair enough. So yeah. But I got to tell you this, as I was watching that scene, now, a lot of people have been saying they miss the old 90 Day Fiancé, what it used to be and everything. That scene was like the old days. That scene is somebody, a foreigner coming to America and adjusting to American culture. That's real. That is a real thing. It's not one of these scripted stuff that they claim and that happens a lot, or all of this nonsense and foolishness that be going on now and everything. That was genuine. That was real. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I wish they would go back to focusing on that on those storylines instead of just all this drama stuff. And speaking of drama, let's talk freaking Mark and Mina. And at the beginning of the season, I was not really a Mina fan, but like now, I just feel like she is getting like really picked on everywhere she goes. She's getting picked on, and Mark ain't doing jack about it. So they go to this place. I think it was like some kind of like I don't know if it was a bride shop or it was some kind of store, and that one of Mark's friends owns and everything. And I guess like this friend introduced Mark to his ex girlfriend or ex wife or whatever, wife girlfriend. Her name was Jade, I guess. And so I guess they've been friends all the time. Mina was having some suspicions on that because basically there were some lies that were shared basically about it. And so this friend, I forget her name. Hold on, give me a second. Let me look up this name. Who's the store owner? 1 second. Just 1 second. Okay.
Everybody has a BMW. No. What you mean me BMW? I bought Jordan a BMW. Okay. I'm serious. Go on. We don't have to create a new drama. I just thought you guys might have fun together. That's all. Okay. Okay. AC is nice.
Sorry, guys.
Hi.
Diana. Okay, her name was Diana. Okay, sorry about that. So Mark's friend Diana owns the store, right? And I guess like a while ago, she introduced Mark to his ex Jade, and Mina was trying to was not happy about it first, but Mark said, "Don't be mad at Diana for introducing me to Jade. She's Diana's not the bad person here." Okay, whatever. So he leaves Mina with Diana, and Diana just starts like spilling the tea about like Mark and Jade. And I guess like Jade used to live with Mark and everything, but Mark is claiming that she only stayed at his house when he was in Florida or something like that, and everything. And I guess when Mark was with Jay, he bought her a BMW, and he also bought his daughter Jordan a BMW as well and everything. So like she's just like spilling some major tea and everything. And now she's got in Mina's head, and now Mina wants to meet the ex-girlfriend Jay because she feel like Mark is lying basically and everything. Now we seen a picture of Jade. Mark got a thing for African American women. So just saying, just putting that out there. But yeah, Mina is gonna be going to go meet with Jade basically, and I'm just like, well, why did this woman Diana just like spill all that tea? And she's like, oh, I thought she knew all of this and everything. Like they are really setting Mina up for failure, and that is not cool. I don't like how they're doing Mina. Like I said, I wasn't a huge fan at first when Mina first got to America, but they just been bullying her basically from the family drama to Jordan, and now this Diana now not getting in her head. Now she wants to meet the ex-girlfriend and stuff and everything. And I'm just like, wow, like she's already going through a lot, like not having her son here and everything. Judging by the previews that are still to come throughout the season, it doesn't look like the son's going to make it to the wedding. So I don't even know they're going to even make it. I mean, I think they will, but still, I don't know. So yeah, I feel so bad for Mina right now. I really do. So, but yeah, that was Mark and Mina. The next couple I'm going to talk is Greg and Joan. So Greg and Joan, Joan had mentioned that she's starting to gain a little bit of weight, like since she's been in America, basically. You know, Americans love to eat and everything, and and you know, Greg used to be a big guy. He's still a little bit of a big guy, but he used to be bigger, and he's lost a lot of weight. So we seen him working out and everything, just trying to like, get the blood pumping and all that good stuff and everything. Greg mentions to Joan that he actually has a job interview coming up. And Joan said, instead of saying, "Congratulations, baby, good luck, I hope you get it," she was just like, "Boy, you better not mess this up." Like, and I'm serious. She was like, "You better not mess this up." And Greg was like, "What do you mean? Why would you say that?" Like, because I don't want to be with someone who's not like stable and everything. You need to take this serious. And then she gave him an ultimatum. She's like, "If you don't get this job, I'm going back to Uganda. And and how much time do you think? Like, I'm giving you like 2 weeks." And he was like, 2 weeks? Like, this whole process could take up to a month. And she was like, "Okay, a month then." And I'm just like, "Dang, Joan." I was like, "Dang." Shoot. Getting a job process, and sometimes because you gotta do the interview. Then they gotta finish the interviews. Then if you get the job, it could take a week or two. If you get it, they give you a an offering letter. You gotta accept it. Then you gotta get your back. Then you gotta wait for your background checks. Then you gotta wait and do your drug screening and stuff and everything. And then you can start. So yeah, he's right. It does take a month. It ain't gonna take a couple weeks. This is like he said, and this is like a state job or whatever. So yeah, so that process will take that much time and everything. So okay, so she gave him a month, but she said she's like really, really like tired of him just like goofing off and everything. And I see her point, but she has to keep it realistic because Greg needs. She's right. Greg needs to get it together now. I think that he will get the job. I think not realistically with Greg and Joan. I think they're okay. Like they're. I think some of this is some creative drama for the TVs, but I think they did get married anyway. I think they're doing just fine and everything. And I think they do really have a plan intact that we don't know about that is just shown for TV. So yeah. But yeah, that was Greg and Jen. And the last couple is, my favorite couple, or throuple, I should say, is the throuple. Matt, Amani, and Ani. So last week, Amani and Ani got into a big fight. And like they ended up like screaming at each other because Amani feels like that Ani is not telling anybody about their relationship, and like she doesn't want to be feel left out. So they had a big fight about it, and so Ani slept on the couch that night and everything. Matt and Amani had went out on their own to get breakfast. They had a conversation. Their husband and wife. They had a conversation about everything. And Amani said that, "Well, Matt, you were quiet through that whole situation. Like how are you feeling?" And Matt is feeling like, at this point with her like basically hiding us is almost like and she's hurting you more, and I don't like how she's hurting my wife more, and I feel like I should protect you more and everything. And it's like possibly making me want to take a step back and everything. And Amani was just like, "Well, do you love her? Like one day you love her and the next one you don't." And he was just like, basically he loves his wife more, obviously. Like he needs to love his wife more and everything. But then she didn't get any gratification from that because she was just like, "Well, you need to love her," basically saying you need to love her as well because I can't do this relationship by myself and everything. Like we are a throuple, you're allowed to love her too, basically, and everything. So they get back to the hotel room or whatever they were staying, and they had a conversation. Ani feels that like Amani needs to like with her temper calm down, like be more relaxed and everything. And Amini feels like says like, you know, like I wouldn't act like that if I didn't care. Like I really care. And Ani is just like, well, you need to chill, 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 and like and give me time to tell my family at least. Now Matt made up a good point. He's like, well, how much time do you really need? Because time is ticking. We're about to go meet your family and everything like really, really soon. So like we need to know something here basically. And she was like, I know, honey, I know. So like, and then it was all kisses and rain, daisies and roses for a minute. Now I have another update with them as well. I messaged Matt again. You know, he's open to the interview. He said he's an open book. I think at the end of the season, it's like almost official that I'll have Matt and Ameni on my channel for my first interview on the Nathan Tim 2 page here. I'm excited about that. I hope it falls through. We still got plenty of time though. Like the season is far from over. We have reached the halfway point. So, but so I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna start. I got a message at Minnie to just to clear up some couple things and everything. But I cannot wait to talk to them. I really can't. So I can't. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. Maybe make my video go viral. I haven't gone like fully viral yet. Maybe that will. So I'm I'm nervous about that. I you know that this is a big risk. You know, me doing these like reviews is just is nerve wracking enough, but the fact that I'm going to do my first interview and then possibly going viral and stuff and everything, and a lot of people seeing it and commenting, you know, is a little nerve wracking. But you know, it's for being a content creator, this is what we do, and it's the risk I have to take. I will say to that point that to my subscribers and everything, you know, again, please, you know, please have my back. Please be respected. Please, like, I'll be doing a lot of moderating with the comments and everything, but just have my back during the comment section if things get out of hand and everything. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But anyway, guys, that is the end of my review. We did not see Jessica and Juan in this episode. We haven't seen Juan in weeks, so I don't know what's going on, why they're not getting much airtime. But yeah, it's been a good season so far. I like the original 90 Day. So anyway, guys, that is it. I'll be back on tomorrow to recap part 3 of tonight's Tell All for the Last Resort. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about with that as well. So until then, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to this channel, and I will see y'all again soon. Bye.